Take a look at this car. The Boostmaster Wagon, for everybody that's listening on the podcast, is now on radials. If you guys have been following along with Deal Brothers Racing and Steve Morris Race Engines, they've moved it to radials. There's a lot of cars, a lot of big name cars going to radials. You got Boostmaster going to radials. You've got the Javelin's going to be on radials. Brian Goldstone's car. This is going to be crazy. So let's run through. All right, guys, welcome to the Drag Drive Repeat News presented by Summit Racing. Let's run through who is where during this segment of the news. So we've got the Boostmaster at the AFCO Racing Products booth. You've got Devin Vanderhooff's new car in the Holley booth. He said that on episode 128, 129,
yep.
Whatever the last one was. Whenever he was on there with us, he said that it was that was breaking news that Devin Vanderhooff's new car is going to be in the Holley booth. That is exciting.
Did you see the new white paint job on that?
Oh, bro. It looks so good. I had planned to put up a photo, but I didn't.
Also, the Ratson is going to be in the wire care booth. And check this out. Did you hear this? Finnegan and Fryburger are going to rewire it during the show. How cool is that going to be?
That's awesome. Based on Jesse Fox's videos at 3G Video, it needs it. There's a lot of get-bys done in that thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. And then Nick Reinhardt's Nova, the 6-second first gen Nova, I don't know, whatever that is, will be in the Howard's Cams booth. Talked to Luke the other day, seeing what they had. That'll be one of the first cars in the Howard's Cams booth at PRI.
Nice.
So pretty cool that it's a street car and a drag and drive car.
Yeah. And what about Goldstone? He's had a couple cars there the past couple years, unveiled the Corvette last year. The Javelin was in the Racing Junk booth last year. Do we know anything about either one of his cars for this year?
He said he doesn't know yet. I sent him a message Thursday asking what he, hey, are you displaying anything? And he said he doesn't know yet, which seems pretty late to me. So I don't know if maybe he's kind of playing that close to the vest, which there's another car that I got confirmation another drag and drive car is going to be displayed, but we can't release it yet. So we're trying to get approval to make that announcement. This is probably the hardest part of the year is like trying to get that information, but also those guys kind of want to keep that quiet. They want it to be a big deal. So I know that we'll also see drag and drive cars in the Gear Vendor Overdrive booth. I had intended to call Rick Johnson yesterday and ask, but just didn't get to it, and sadly. So we'll talk about that on Wednesday night, maybe when we can release what will be in the other drag and drive car that will be in the booth. Let's talk about where people are going to be. So let's talk about like our race car friends, our sponsors here at Drag Drive Repeat. In the yellow hall with us, of course, with us, Summit Racing is in booth 4401. They're right around the corner. If you guys want to screenshot this will show you on there. And then PRI has a show planner. Make sure you download that so you can click on these. So as you're walking around aimlessly trying to figure out where to go, you can type it in and go from there. So
that's a good point, because I will tell you, the first year it seems really easy to just walk up and down each aisle, but I guarantee you get to an intersection and you're going to squirrel and you're going to go off somewhere else and you're going to forget where you were. So racers know when you want performance that wins, you want AFCO. From shocks and suspension to cooling, brakes, and more, AFCO Racing has been helping teams go faster for over 30 years. Built by racers, for racers. Check out the AFCO Advantage and follow them today on social media for the latest in performance parts. AFCO Racing, built to win. And AFCO Racing is at booth 4601, which is right next to us, 4611. So when you're over talking to us, swing over and see Eric Saffel at AFCO at booth 4601. That is a very good point. The app is great for keeping track of who you want to see and all that.
And the struggle we run into is like we're trying to build relationships with people, so we need to go by and see them. We don't need to be walking aimlessly for hours. And so if you're just there to have fun and kind of do it, and you're only going to be there one day, walk every aisle, see everybody, just walk up and down everything. But if you're going to be there for 2 or 3 days and you've got stuff that you want to make sure you hit, you definitely need to hit these. So we're going to be posting things throughout the next month or 3 weeks as we talk about all this, where these people are, what's going to be in their booth, who's working the booth, who to talk to, all that kind of stuff. So Summit Racing, booth 4401, right around the corner from us, like literally 2 rows over. It doesn't get any closer than that. Where's DWorks going to be?
DWorks is going to be 5161. So booth number 5161, again, in the yellow hall as well.
Yep. And then, so that's right around the corner or close to us. Howard's Cams is also in the yellow hall, booth 3221. Again, Nick Reinhardt's car is going to be in there.
Yep. And then WAF Racing, again, is going to be our booth mate. So they are going to be with us at booth 4611. So make sure you come by and check out all of the great stuff that WAF Racing has to offer.
Yep. Chris Wozniak's going to be so cool to hang out with. We did last time, but man, we were cramped in that booth. PowerTube TV is going to have a huge display this year. They're going to be rotating through a lot of their content creators. So PowerTube TV, yellow hallway, booth 2850.
And then, like I mentioned, AFCO Racing in the yellow hall right next to us, booth 4601.
Yeah. And then so our sponsors that are over in the green hall, which you guys can see on the picture here, is in green lettering. Holley Motorsports, or well, the whole Holley booth they're worldwide. So it's a huge booth. A lot of people working. Very, very nice. It's booth 1601 in the green hallway.
And then Driven Racing Oil is going to be 1525. So basically right down from Holley.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that'll be close. I think that's a move for them. I don't think they'll be in the same spot they were last year. And Racing Junk Classified's booth 2143. Again, our friend Tyler West over there. He said they have a drag race car in the booth, but didn't have photos for it. So again, things we'll be talking about over the next couple of weeks as we lead up to one of our biggest events of the year. Let's blast through these Drag and Drive friendly booth numbers. These are sponsors of other events. These are sponsors of other brands within the Drag and Drive community, or folks that I don't know. I like to call them our race car friends because they're out doing things with Drag and Drive cars. Again, this will be another post that's made, but Edelbrock will be in the green hallway in booth 725.
Mickey Thompson will be in the yellow hallway, booth 3831.
Yep. And then Monoxide, our buddy Harris over there, he's got a booth this year. He's going to be over in the green hallway at booth 7216.
Gear Vendor Overdrive is going to be in the yellow hall, booth 3173.
Yeah, and you can swing through there and see other Drag and Drive cars for sure. Hoosier, make sure you say hi to Miss Felicia Smith. She's going to be in that booth over there. She said there's not a Drag and Drive car in the Hoosier booth this year. I wish there was. But you can see them in the yellow hallway at booth 3543.
BTR Brian Tooley Racing, booth 2441. Which hall is that in?
I think that is in the green hall.
Okay. Green hall, booth 4241. Better call Paul. Stop by and talk to Paul at BTR.
Yeah, definitely say hi to him. Red Horse Performance, you guys know Kevin Fitz from there. You see him at all the events out there. Red Horse Performance, yellow hallway, booth 2913.
Bang Shift Billy, which we had talked about on Wednesday night, now on Summit Racing website, where you can purchase your Bang Shift Billy, yellow hall, booth 3210. So make sure you stop by and congratulate those guys on getting their products in Summit Racing.
Yeah, that's going to be so freaking cool. Wire Care, which we talked about a little bit ago, that's going to have the Ratson and also Mike Finnegan and Devin Fryburger working over there. That is in the yellow hallway against the front wall, booth 142.
XS Power, yellow hall, booth 3621. Again, they had the Corvette of Bryant Goldstone last year. So you can go by and talk to Remy. That's who we talked with last year. So go by and say hi to him.
Yep.
Yellow hall, booth 3621.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a good one. He said they have a drag car in there because they're rolling out a brand new drag race specific battery that'll come out this year. So it's going to be kind of cool. Melling Performance, who is the Heads Up Hustle title sponsor, they're going to be over in the green hallway at booth 1515.
Circle D Torque Converters will be in the green hall, booth 1105. So that's what Dan Palmieri is the one that's over there.
Yep. So make sure you say hi to him. He is not only a sponsor of Rocky Mountain Race Week, but he also races at Rocky Mountain Race Week in the stick shift.
Nice.
Why wouldn't you? Strange Engineering. We all know there's a lot of axles that are used out there, and they're in the yellow hallway at booth 4521. So a lot of folks, man, a lot of Drag and Drive friends and family that's out there. And I'll go through the list again. I'm sure there's others on there that I'm missing that are out and available this next year. So we'll see some cool cars. If you know of a Drag and Drive car car that is going to be at PRI that we did not list earlier, hit me up. Let me know. Like I said, there's one we're going to hopefully be able to release on Wednesday night, episode 130. That will be really cool. There was a really cool car in their booth last year, is all I'm going to say. Who would have thought?
Dirty Panda. I wonder if I'll be able to see everything this year. I've gone for, this will be my 4th year because I went 1 year. Did I go 2 years before? I went 1 year, and then I think we went the 2nd year together, and then we started having a booth. So this might be my 5th year. I don't know. Either way, I think every year I see pictures of things that I didn't see while I was there. So it's like, where was that at? I never saw that. But you feel like you walk around and see everything, but it's almost impossible.
Yeah. That is for sure. All right, man. Let's thank some race car friends.
Absolutely. Thank you, all of you guys watching on this wonderful Saturday morning. Again, love doing these Saturday morning shows. It's, what a better way to kick off your weekend than to jump on here, talk to your race car friends, talk about your race car friends. So appreciate all of you guys tuning in and doing what you do. And looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys at PRI. And then again, thanks to our sponsors. Again, we can't do it without these guys. We wouldn't be able to make it to PRI if it wasn't for all these companies that you see on the screen. So make sure you stop by and see them at PRI if you're going to be there. And if you need products, reach out to us. We've got affiliate links. We've got discount codes. We can get you in contact with somebody at each one of these companies. So thank you, Summit Racing Equipment, DWorks, Holley Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performabuilt Transmission, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk.